Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. This is a continuation of the 7 churches exposed. Today's topic, Satan. All right, brothers and sisters. Satan, which is your enemy. And he's not a spook, a spirit, or some satanic demon devil in hell waiting on you to get down there when you die to terrorize you in hell. That's just what they tell you, to manipulate and control you and to install fear, which weakens your heart, which weakens your thoughts, affects your thinking. That's exactly what they're doing. Everything they're doing is to keep you from thinking, affect your thinking, keep you from elevating past their thinking. You know, that way they can maintain that level of control over you, and then they can move forward with their agenda, which is to wipe you out. So you have to understand, brothers and sisters. Well, you don't have to do anything, but it'd be wise, right, to know that your enemies are right in front of you. You see, Satan is right in front of you. False Israel. How do I know that? Because those are the ones who have stolen your identity and has butchered yours, has destroyed it. Why? That way, once they destroy your credibility, you see, because they claim to be you. They claim to be the chosen, God's chosen people, right? And they've stolen your identity. So that way, once you realize who you are, you rise up, you go against them. No one believes that somebody stole your identity. They won't believe you because they trashed your image. You understand? So that's why they're doing it. That way no one believes you. And once they get rid of you, no one gives a damn. You see? So that's pretty much it, brothers and sisters. You have people, it's physical people. No spooks, spirits, demons, devils, and all these things are physical people, brothers and sisters. The enemy wants you to believe they're invisible so you can continue to lose the fight. That way you'll think that you have no control. You see? That is out of your reach. That we all fighting this, that we all have the same issues and problems. No. These individuals right in front of you, terrorizing and torturing you. You see? Devils, demons, Satan, physical people, brothers and sisters. And it even tells you in the book of the 7 churches about Satan, which identifies that they are individuals. It says here in chapters 2 and 3, verse 9, both chapters, it says, of the ones saying themselves Jews to be, and not they are, but they are lying. It says, I am giving out the synagogue of the Satan. You see? And it says what? In the blasphemy, out of the ones saying Jews, which is lying, claiming to be Jews, right? To be themselves and not they are, but Satan. So we know that false Israel is the one who has synagogues, right? They're the ones who have synagogues. And it says what? Synagogue of what? Satan. And they're the ones claiming to be the Jews, right? They're the Jewish people, right? And it says what? They're lying. It says the blasphemy, which is a lie, out of the ones saying what? Jews be themselves and not they are, but what? Satan. You see? So that's clear. And here you have this. This is also clear. It's in their name. It says false Israel, which we know false means what? False means exactly what it says. False, fake, phony, fiction, not true, not real, not it. False, incorrect, wrong. You see? False. So false Israel is not real. And you see this? Real. See how it's spelled wrong? The A and the E should be flipped. The A and the E should be flipped, brothers and sisters. These two vowels should be flipped in order for it to be spelled correct. Because anything that's real is spelled what? It's spelled like what? R-E-A-L. Is real. Which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. They're false. Just like their name says. See? They're Satan. Excuse me. Then it says here, right? Jewish. Would you look at that? Wish. See, we know nothing has ever come from wishes. You can wish all you want. Wish on a star, wish on your birthday, wish on your whatever you want to do. We know nothing has ever come from wishes or prayers. Nothing. You see? You can't bring nothing into existence from a wish or a prayer. You can't pray for money to grow on trees. You can't pray for you can't wish and pray for food in your refrigerator. You can't wish and pray that your bills magically get paid. You got to physically get in there and get it done, right? You got to make stuff happen. Don't nothing happen unless you make it happen, right? But they want you to believe you can wish and pray. Well, let's not get off the topic, right? Either way it goes, their names say Jewish, right? So it says what? We know that wish, if you wish something, you desire a hope for something. You desire a hope for something to happen, right? So, but we know that what? There's something that you want, it might not happen, right? There's something that you want that cannot or probably will not happen without a doubt. You see? So you can wish and hope and pray and dream and all those things sound good, right? But it don't matter. It's never going to happen. So they wish they were Jews, but they're what? Satan. And not only that, it says the word Jewish is also the word ish, which is a suffix word for not exactly, not a little bit, somewhat, kinda. Like mankind, kind of like a man, or an image of something, meaning that if it's the image of something, it's not it. You see? So same with Jewish. It's not it. They're not it. They're Satan. You see? They're Jewish. They're something like that, but they're not it. It would be a clear indication that they were false. Again, you see? Because it's something like that, right? They're not exactly it. They're Satan, And also the word Jew came from the word Judah, right? Which is the original Levite tribe, priest tribe, right? Original. Seed Abraham, you see? Right. Original tribe. Which false Israel, Satan, he's not original. His father's the devil. You see? He's the seed of the devil. You see? So they they wish they was the tribe of Judah. They wish they was original, but they're not. They're Satan. Their father's the devil. They're the seed of the devil. You see? So brothers and sisters, it's just clear. You see, this information is clear. That's why it says there's many ones that's not or having a teaching this who not they knew the things deeper to Satan. That what? That Satan would disguise himself as an angel of light, but he was what? Indeed Satan. And it says what? I am giving out a synagogue of the Satan. What? Are the ones saying what? Jews to be themselves and not they are, but they are lying. And then Jesus said what? In the blasphemy, which is a lie, they saying it. They letting you know. They saying they're Jews, but what? They're not. There's Satan. You see? So this is the clear proof that you need to know that Satan is an individual or individuals, not some spooks, some spirit, some mystery, satanic devil or demon in hell waiting to jack you up. You know, all that's fairy tale, make believe, never happened. It's like heaven. There's no heaven. There's no heaven when you die. It's physical heaven, hell on earth. It's a condition that you're in. And they put us in hell purposely. Want to keep you there with all these damn lies, keeping you oppressed and made miserable. You see, with this American dream, you see, which is tailored to your destruction, supporting and pushing masses' vision, which is the American dream, which is at the end is a dead road for you. You see, dead end, your death. So either way it go, Satan's involved, 100%. You see, and he's stolen your image because the whole party, they got to keep the party going, right? In America, our oppressors, right? These devils, they're the ones who established them. You see, to hide that they was terrorizing God's people. You see, it was terrorizing us, and it said, "Curse those who curse Israel," because we real Israel. We are the real Israel, and they knew that. So, what they do? They established false Israel. So they said, "What? Bless those who bless Israel." Now they bless them. Now they bless. See, now they change the scenario. Now they feel good. Now they walking around feeling good. Now they holier than thou. Now they blessed. Do you see? Now they superior. Now they the ones. You see? And then that puts you where? Who are you? You're nobody. You're cursed. You curse black. You curse him. God cursed you himself. You see? So now that's how they justify doing what they doing to you, because God hated you. We can do whatever we want to you, and so on and so forth, right? So that's what they do. That's how they utilize the Bible against you, and justify all these terrible things they do to our people. You see? So, but it's not true. You're blessed. You are the true seed of Abraham. You are the God's chosen people. You see? Which they gonna find out in a minute. And they ain't gonna like it. Alright, brothers and sisters, so this is the Abraham covenant. This is the vision that you should be pushing, investing in, instead of investing in your destruction, which is the American dream, which is masses' vision, which is your destruction. But it says what? Well, they don't give you this vision because it says what? It says a people without a vision will perish. So indeed, they don't give it to you. Because why? Well, for the obvious reason, they want you to perish. They don't want you to live. They don't want you alive. Because you being alive is their destruction. You understand? Because one day you might rise up and you go against them. You see? You lead a country and destroy them, which along with their enemies. They're guilty, you see, and they know that if they don't get rid of you, one day you might get revenge. Which they're right. We will. However, like I explained, this is our vision. The black man and woman of America's true vision, and we're the only ones who fit the description of this vision. You see? But you have imposters, fakes, phonies, you see? People who have stolen our birthright, have destroyed our image and claim that they fit it to a T. So let's check it out. Does false Israel fit the description of the Abrahamic covenant? Well, let's check it out. It says what? This is God speaking to Abraham. And he says what? Know of a surety, which means to be certain, that thy seed shall be sojourners in the land that's not theirs. Okay, so let's back up. It says what? The seed of who? Abraham. Okay, well, right off the bat, we know that Satan, that false Israel, is their father's the devil. They're the seed of the devil. So right there, we can just cut it right here. You really don't even have to go any further, because that explains everything you need to know right then and there. They're not the seed of Abraham. They're the seed of the devil. You see? We're going to keep going, though. And it says what? Sojourners, which means be what? Temporary. Temporary. In a land that is not theirs, meaning to be in a strange or foreign land. Okay, so they had claimed to be the Israelites that was delivered out of Egypt, right? Okay, so they were delivered from Egypt to Palestine. Right? Okay. Well, that's not foreign. That's not strange. It's not a land that's not theirs. That's next door. That's right across the street. For it to be strange or foreign, you had to be from all the way east, all the way to the, go from east all the way to the west, or west all the way to the east. You see, for it to be truly foreign. So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be, because that's right across the street. Egypt and Palestine is right next door. That's like being in that's like going from Kansas to Missouri. It's just that close. You see, that's not strange. It's not foreign. They're right at home. You see, so they still sitting in the same area. So they're not who they claim to be. Then it says what? It says that the seed of Abraham will go through what? Servitude and affliction for 400 years. Well, how long did they go through that? They went through it, what? The Holocaust? Something that they caused on themselves for what? 5-6 years? That's not 400 years. And then it says what? They had to go through servitude. But what did Jesus say when he had a conversation with the Jews? And he said, the truth shall set you free. And they said what? They was confused. You see, because they don't have the same mind. They don't have the same understanding, because they are devils. So they got a different nature. So he was confused. And they told on themselves and said, what do you mean about this? Set you free. We're never into bondage. We were never in bondage to any man. See? But it says here that the seed of Abraham will go through servitude, which is bondage. For how long? For 400 years. See? So this is another indication that they don't fit the Abraham covenant. See? Which proves that they're not who they claim to be. They're Satan. And it says what? Also that nation whom they serve will I judge. Okay, so it says what? 400 years of that? 400 years, right? Okay, so it says that nation be judged after the 400 years. So there it is. 1619, 2019, 2020, the year of judgment. The plague that killed the firstborn, meaning the elderly, but pass over those with the lamb's blood. Meaning you had to be original. Meaning you had to have the same DNA as the lamb. Okay, so when this came about, the people who it passed over was the original black man and the original black man, excuse me, brother, sister, the original black man and woman of America passed over us. It passed over over Africa, passed over Hades, because those are our brothers. They had the same DNA as us. But guess what did not pass over? Didn't pass over the Caucasian nations. Didn't pass over these devils. Didn't pass over false Israel. Didn't pass over Satan. They was hit. You see, but it was supposed to pass over them, right? In order for them to be Semites, to be the seed of Abraham, it should have passed over them. But they was dropping like flies. They were being affected, which was a clear sign of them that they were in trouble. You understand? They knew that their time was short, and now they had to make a move. And that's why I say deal with them in a way that they don't see coming. Now they got to try to move their agenda ahead of schedule. They trying to get rid of you for real. They're not playing no games. You see? And now that's why they're acting out in the manner that you see them acting out in, because this was a clear sign to them, because they were taught Exodus out the womb. They were taught these things out the womb. They knew about the Passover, and once that didn't pass over them, they knew that they was under judgment. And that's not supposed to happen, because it said that their enemies will be judged, right? The people who did all these things will be judged, but they're the ones under judgment, which is a clear indication that they're the ones guilty for doing these things to God's chosen people. Okay, so it says what? Afterwards they shall come out. But they've already claimed they've come out. They've already said that these things already happened. They basically saying the Bible's past tense. They saying that they left from Egypt and went to Palestine. You see? But that's not supposed to happen. They're supposed to be coming out now after 400 years. You see? Now they're supposed to be coming out. And then now on top, not only that, didn't it say God would give them the land? But what they do? They took it. See? So they ain't wait on God to bless them. They blessed themselves. And then they're sitting in the wrong land. God told you where he gave them the land. He said, unto this seed have I given this land from the river of Egypt unto the great river, the river Euphrates. Okay, so where is that at? Check on the map. Check those coordinates. That's Great Arabia. You see? Arabia. But where they sitting at? They sitting in little Palestine. They sitting in Jerusalem. So this would be a clear indication that they're not who they claim to be. Because why? Because they're sitting in the wrong land. God said he'd give them Great Arabia. You see? So this is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. Because they what? Because they're Satan. And they're not supposed to be sitting over there. They sitting in the wrong land anyway, but they're sitting over there in the wrong land, which is another indication that they're not who they claim to be. Clear, simple indications, brothers and sisters. And these are the ones that have stolen your image, who has trashed it and has invested in your destruction, has invested in the slave trade, has invested in blackface. Al Jolson, which is making fun of a comedy of making fun of, right? It's comedy that's making fun of you. You see, making riches off, making fun of being black. You see, and then they put the demons in your way. You see, they the ones put the demons on television, and now that's real blackface. You see, because now those are real black people that's acting a damn fool and destroying your image, and they're using them as a representation to trash your image. You understand? So the demons, they're the ones that's the Satan, right? False Israel is the one controlling Hollywood, controlling the mainstream media. He's the one putting the music and the music, the sound, and all that stuff that you've seen and listening. And he's approving all the demons' music. You know, all the people that look like me and you, but they ain't us. Demons, half devil, half man, wolves in sheep clothing. All skin folk ain't kin folk. These people that look like me and you, but they master's children. They devils in black skin. They the ones that's on television. They the ones that you see in the churches, the pastors, the preachers. They the ones, the entertainers, the actors, the celebrities, the people that's doing well in life. You know, Oprah, Denzel, Samuel L. Jackson, you know, Jay-Z, Beyonce, devils. I mean, right, devils in black skin. You know, and Satan is in cahoots with them. It says that they're the ones that are doing it. They're the ones who that's what it says in 7 churches, that they were working together. You see? And that's what they're going to continue to do. And they're the ones that's your role models, your examples. They're the ones that's teaching you how to be so-called black, which is not black. That's not black being. That's not what we do. That's not who we are. You see what I'm saying? But they're the ones that's causing confusion, causing you to misuse your energy, keeping you within the programming, keeping you confused, keeping you dumbed down. And he's fully in it. He's approving and promoting it because he hates you. You see, because he has to do these things because he's the mask that's hiding these devils. You see, and they built that mask, and now they have to support that mask no matter what that mask do. You see, just like what's going on right now in the Middle East, just like what's going on with the Hamas. You see, with Gaza, what false Israel's doing to them. America's backing them. They're supplying them. They're the ones supporting and supplying them and destroying the Palestinians right now as we speak. You see what's going on over there? They're killing. Satan is killing innocent women and children, blowing up children, killing children, starving and killing women and children, and blowing up babies. You see, and America's backing them 100%, which shows who they are. It said birds of a feather will flock together. You see, they all wicked and evil, and it says what? It says, as many ones as not are having the teaching this, who not they knew the things deep as Satan, that Satan was what? Masquerading as an angel of light, but it says what? Actions speak louder than words. It said, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. And they blowing up innocent women and children, blowing up children, killing women and children. And they had another way to go about this thing, and they're killing women and children. Don't you get it? They're wicked. They're evil. That's what the scripture said. It said there is none that is righteous. None. It said none. No, not one. There is none that is righteous. There is none that does good. No, not so much as one. And it says their actions speak louder than words. What they're doing speaks volumes. You see? It's loud. They're doing the unheard of right now, right? Especially for God's chosen people. Not God's chosen people, right? And what they're doing over there right now to the Palestinians over there in Gaza, right? That's an abomination of desolation, which is spoken about, right? This is the greatest sign in our time. This is the greatest sign in our time right now. What's going on in Gaza? The abomination of desolation in Gaza. Abomination is something that causes disgust and hate, and that's what's going on worldwide, because it's the abomination, disgust, and hate of what? Abomination of desolation, which is the destruction of the Palestinians, which is they're committing genocide on them. That's an abomination of desolation that's taking place in Gaza, which is the greatest sign of our time, because what's taking place over there is a reflection of what's going to take place with false Israel when they're destroyed, because they're going to be destroyed. And that's what it said. When 2020 came, it said all things will fail for them. I mean, everything will backfire, ricochet, boom, hit them back, boomerang, come back at them. It said they inherit what they say and what they do. And now that's what they're doing, dehydrating, making people, making the citizens and children and women malnutrition and killing and, murdering them. That's what they're doing over there. Killing innocent women and children, starving them out and not allowing them to get necessities and water and food and heat and this and that, blowing up where they live, blowing up their buildings, blowing up their families. The works of Satan. You see? And it says that they inherit what they say and what they do. So all these things are going to backfire at them. So this is a reflection of what's coming their way, which is the greatest sign, because we'll get to it. It's a great time. It's the greatest sign of our time, because this is a warning to you, black men and women of America, that destruction is headed your way. You see? But let's focus on this real quick. The works of Satan. Know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. See this? This is God's so-called chosen people. Don't look so holy to me. You see? That's what they do. Destroy. Man killers. Went out stealing and killing and destroying. Steal and kill, destroy. See? Make mischief and shed blood. Satan. Satan. Know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. Satan. See? No, excuse me, brothers and sisters. Here we go. All this hatred, all this cruelty, all this disgust, all this rubble, destruction, hatred, cruelty, genocide. Look like the works of Jesus. Look like Satan. The works of Satan. That's what they're doing. And they're showing it, and they're showcasing it worldwide. They ain't hiding it. They said that their propaganda, all things will fail, including their propaganda. And none of that stuff's working anymore. Now you're seeing what's really going on. Now you see their true colors. Look at that. You see that? Do they look happy? This is destruction. This is misery. This is families destroyed, injured, hurt. Children and families destroyed. You see that? This is what they're doing over there, which is headed their way now, you see, which is a sign to you, black man and woman of America. Look at this, the staple of what's taking place over there. You see this little boy? They killed him, starved him to death. He looked like a real-life skeleton. Look at him. Look what they did to him. This is what they're doing over there. This is what they're doing to children. They're like the works of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? You see? Satan. So all these things you see, and these devils approve it. Listen to them.
And forget what the news is saying. God's chosen people are the Israelites. With that being said, continue to pray for them. Forget what everybody else is saying. Continue to pray for Israel. In Psalm 122, verse 4 through 6, it even says it. And for those of you who don't know the verse, I will gladly read it to you. All of the tribes of Israel the Lord's people, make their pilgrimage here. They come to give thanks to the name of the Lord, as the law requires of Israel. Here stand the thrones where judgment is given, the thrones of the dynasty of David. Pray for peace in Jerusalem. May all who love this city prosper. With that being said, stop thinking that humans, what they say, is the truth, because nothing but God's word is the truth. And for those who continue to laugh about what's going on in Israel, just remember, you are messing with God's chosen people. What social media is saying, and for...
That's the minds of the devils. They see you see all the stuff that's going on over there, and this is how they think. This is what they believe. That you're messing with God's chosen people. That you better not. You think it's funny what's going on with Israel, and they got what's coming to them because they're messing with God's people. To hell with what everybody's saying, and the hell with them blowing up innocent women and children and destroying families and committing genocide, committing abomination and desolation on Gaza. To hell with that. You're messing with God's chosen people. You better not mess with God's chosen people. Pray for Israel. Pray for peace. Because those are God's chosen people. We don't give a damn about the Palestinians. That's what they're saying. We don't give a damn about them destroying people. And that's not godly. But damn it, it is. Now, you see, which don't make sense. That don't make sense. Right? You can clearly see that don't add up. That don't add up with the image that they painted. You see? Because they don't give a damn anymore. Because their time is short. Their time is limited. You see? And they had to bust a move. Now they acting out in this way, which is a sign that they're about to be destroyed. But not only that, then you hear the devil. They tell you, well, listen to what Jesus say. Listen to what God say. Don't listen to what man say. Listen to what God say. Are you kidding me? Are you sure about that? You see? Because it says what? It says, as many ones as not are having a teaching this. The 7 churches who not they knew the things deep as Satan, that what? That Satan would disguise himself as an angel of light, but he was what? He was Satan, who was the God of this world, who what? Blinded the minds of those who don't understand this, and they couldn't see the glorious good. They couldn't see they were unable to see the glorious light of the good news, which they couldn't understand the message, which is the teaching of this, that what? That the ones saying Jews to be themselves and not they are, but they are lying in the blasphemy, which is a violation against God, saying what? Is a lying saying what? That they're Jews to be and they're not, and they're Satan. And it says what? It says that they are all under sin. You see, the devil's Satan. It says they are all under sin. It says there is none that is righteous. No, not one. There is none that understand. They can't, because they got a different nature. They can't understand because they can't. They got different nature. They got different hardware, different brain function piece. You understand? And it says what? It said there is none that seek after God. They can't. They had no fear of God before their eyes. Or they wouldn't be doing all this damn stuff they're doing. And they wouldn't be doing all this stuff they're doing. You see, causing all this havoc and hell and violence. And then, you see, because this is not, you see, they wouldn't be doing all this if they fear God. They fear consequence, but they don't. See, that's why they're acting out in this manner. That's why they're under judgment now. And it says what? They have all turned aside. They are together become worthless. There is none that does good. No, not so much as one. You see? This is what Jesus said. So you calling Jesus a liar? You saying Jesus know what the hell he's talking about? Is that what you're saying? You see? Do you believe in one part and don't believe in the other? Meaning that you're a hypocrite? You see? You see? So that's what they do. They don't want to hear nothing you're saying. Listen to what Jesus said. Listen to what God said. Are you sure? Because this is what Jesus said. He said their father's the devil. He said that their fathers are man killers. You see? He said that they were made to make mischief and shed blood. Weak and wicked. Went out killing, stealing, and destroying. You see? And everything they touched was impoverished and diseased. Are you sure? You want to listen to what Jesus got to say? Because he ain't had nothing good to say about them. But you claiming, oh, they're God's chosen people. But they tell you that they're not. They claim to be something that they're not. They're false. You see? And what's going on right now in Gaza is a sign for our people, because what they're doing is headed their way. So they inherit what they say and what they do. So they should be careful, because now it's a reflection of what's about to take place to them. Now they're going to go on a siege. Now they're going to be starved out. Now they're going to have no food, no water, no necessities. Now they're going to be suffering and go through genocide and be destroyed. You see? So that's what's taking place. And that's why it says what? It says, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, know that its destruction is near. And this is what's going to cause it. Them being surrounded this is the thing that's taking place right now. It's because it's coming their way. This is what they're doing. They're causing this upon themselves. You see? It says what? It says, when you see Jerusalem being surrounded by armies, know that their destruction is near. So this is. This is the configuration right here of the 7 churches book, which is Thyatira is false Israel, Satan, being surrounded by armies. You see this? This is the configuration of the book, which is a warning to you to flee. This is a warning to you because it says flee before the destruction of false Israel. It says flee, 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 flee. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says flee. You see? Don't go back into your house. Don't go back into to get nothing. Don't go back to get juice, water. Don't go back to get a slice of pizza. Don't even go back to get your baby. You see? Don't go back to get your baby because now you're under attack. The false Israel being destroyed is going to trigger the attack of all blacks because now they find out what? That's Satan. That's not really the God's chosen people. And who has second claim to being the true seed of Abraham? You. And now that's not no small deal. Oh man, that's a big deal. You understand? Because what? That means now that you understand that the ideology of this reality is structured around the idea that false Israel is true seed of Abraham. The world structured around that idea that they think that these are God's chosen people, and they're not. And that idea is shattered. That's their mind frame. That's their beam of balance. That's their safety net. That's what's keeping them cool, calm, collected. That's what's keeping them copacetic. That's what's making them feel okay, feeling holy, feeling pure, feeling good. And now they're shattered. And now they lost their mind. Now they insane. Now they went to sociopaths and psychopaths. And now they out here walking around like they drunk, but they ain't had nothing to drink. Now they lost it. You see? And they lost control of their reality. And now they out of it. And now they have to be faced with what? With you being the true seed of Abraham. It says what? Curse those who curse Israel. And now they instantly know that they're cursed. You understand? Now they realize that now they're under judgment. And you're the cause of it. And you're the personification of the judgment. Meaning they cut your tongue out. And now you're here to cut their tongue out. And it says, do unto them as was done to you. It was eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. And you're the cause of all this hell and torment and torture that they're going through. And now they come to rush at you to gain control and take you out and get rid of you, which is the consequence. You understand? You're the consequence. You're the evidence of their crime. You're the consequence of their actions. So they're rushing at you to take you out. You see? So they reach out from their grave. They was on their way out, and they coming to take you with them. You understand? Because they can't allow that idea to spread that you the true seed of Abraham, and if they accept that, they got to accept judgment, and they ain't got nothing to lose. You understand? So they coming at you full blown. And that's why it says when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it says flee, 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 flee. It tells you to get out of there. Get out of their communities. Get out of their neighborhoods. Get out of their get out the suburbs, get into the inner cities, get away from these devils because they're going to kill you. They're not going to be playing with you. No more sugarcoat, no more sweetener, no more playing around, no more progress. They're coming to wipe you out, take your life. You see? And it says you hesitate. It said you hesitate, you lose your life. You lose your family's life. That's why this sign was the greatest sign of our time, was taking place over there now, because it's a reflection of what's going to take place to false Israel, which is justice. You see, they about to get justice. You see, and when they destroyed, it's going to trigger the attack of all blacks, and it said, flee, get out of there, because you're going to have to get the hell out of there because they're going to eliminate you. You understand? That's why it says as many people. It says. Right, it says my people are lost from the lack of knowledge. Lost from the lack of knowledge of what? That what? Once Iran, right, destroys false Israel, that's going to trigger the attack of all blacks. And that's when your life is in danger. Now you've entered the time of unprecedented trouble, a time like no other, never will there be. A time worse than your own experience, worse than the Holocaust, worse than being raped and murdered and hung and burnt and children fed to gators and all these damn things. That's terrible. Something that you can't even imagine, unimaginable. Can't even fathom the thought of it. The worst in your own experience. And it says, once this happened, your life will change forever. And they coming at you. They'll come at you full blown. You see? That's why this message is so important. You see? Because our people's lives are on the line. You understand? Our people's lives are in danger. So brothers and sisters, it says you must flee. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, you must flee. Because destruction is on their way. And once they destroy it, that's not supposed to happen. Because said what? When God placed them in their land, they're not to be uprooted or removed. So if they uprooted or removed, then that means that they wasn't who they claimed to be. Now they're exposing for being what? Satan. And who? You. As a true seed of Abraham, which they can't allow that idea to spread, so they're going to come at you to take your life. So don't hesitate, brothers and sisters. And if you hear this message, if you hear what I'm saying, and it makes sense, make sure you tell your brothers and your sisters. Make sure you tell somebody. Make sure you let them know. You understand? They're attacking all blacks. Not just to see the Abraham, not just to see the Abraham. All blacks, demons, different nationalities. No matter who you are, they coming to get you. You see? They don't give a damn if your skin is black. They coming to get you. You understand? Okay. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna bring this to a close. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.